Whoa, what's going on, Cravers? It's your girl Sondie. I am back with another video, and it's a long-awaited video, but now we are finally going to be doing my cash envelopes. And when I tell you I'm excited about this, I'm very, very, very excited. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty, so I want to go over a few things. I know I've been absent as far as my budgeting. This has been a little bit of a rocky year for me, but I've just been managing. Let's just say managing. So at this moment, what we're going to do is for March, my budget. So I did get started. I didn't want to make the video extremely long, so I don't have anything here. But what I am doing here is showing you guys what I decided to do as far as March. You know, March also celebration of St. Patrick's Day, and also add an additional pink. These strips are in my shop, in my Etsy shop, if you did not know. So what I like to do, I'm a visual learner, and I've watched many cash envelope videos, and I tell you, I didn't get it until I watched Budget with Bree, I believe. I'm gonna comment down in her video. If you do not understand cash envelopes, I would definitely link her video of explaining how to budget down below. And right now, the baby boy is out and about, running around. But anyway, guys, so I'm gonna zoom you in really quick. So I'm gonna show that, you know, the first was on a Sunday. So I have my rent, my water. I do an investment app called Acorns, my electric bill, my Amazon Prime, my QuickBooks, because I do a lot of my images for my Etsy shop. So I am going to be, no Prime, I can't do that right now. My son, he wants me to pick him up. So all here is all my different bills. You know, I put where's my paydays at, so I know where my paydays are going to be. And so going to the first page, I'm going to show you guys. First of all, the best thing is first have a monthly overview of all your expenses. Have another overview of your expenses. So I have all my expenses down. Well, bills here. Here's all my bills. And then I calculate how much all of it is, and then I put down the actual amount. But in this case, working with the cash envelopes, some of these bills are actually paid up ahead of time. So we're going to talk about that next. So as you can see, I have, you know, my rent, $525. So the bigger bills is my rent, daycare, car note, and I've decided to pay up the car insurance. So we'll talk about that. So, you know, around this time, everybody's taxes are in, pretty much your own money that you receive, you know, from the IRS. It's pretty much telling the IRS, here, hold this amount of money, then tax time come, voila, you have money. So, oh my gosh, you can save money, right? So that's pretty much what taxes is. I just realized this is not even straight. But anyway, so what I do is get like a good overview of all my bills. I had a cash envelope video that I actually want to post, and I knew over time that things were going to change. So what I mean by changes, I know I had a good plan of how much I want to put down my bills. I want to pay everything up a month ahead of time, and right now I just want to focus on the larger bills. The smaller bills, like my credit cards, my QuickBooks, my Amazon, I'm also paying off a credit card, you know, things like that, my Apple, my Dropbox, you know, stuff like that. The smaller bills, I wanted to keep as it is. If I want to pay up 2 months in advance or so, I can do that. So going down the breakdown, and I know I'm probably going to miss some things, but working or doing the cash envelopes, I wanted to see what bills that I want to take care of. I'm not going to disclose how much in taxes I've received, but you probably have some idea. But I would want you to know I do have some in my savings, and I am going to be starting my emergency funds. And pretty much what am I doing? So you all should know or already know, maybe if you watched my videos in the past, that my car note is like the biggest monster besides the rent. So literally, I kid you not, not even within an hour of me having my money, the first thing I do is drop $1,000 on my car. So that puts me up a good 2 months and some change. But anyway, 2 months ahead, because if you kind of look at my car note is 440 times 2, that's what, 880. Okay, sorry about all that. I had to stop my child from eating dog food. Kids, I tell you, kids. Okay, so really quick overview that I want to do. Right now, I have nothing towards my cash envelopes. And I'm going to show you if I can get to it. I'm going to show you all. This is what I'm currently using right now for my cash envelopes. As you can see, I have my cash envelopes. I have also different categories here. I have, I forgot what you call these right now, but like my trackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 of these. Here's the envelopes that I have not punched and used in here yet, which I will. I don't know if I'm going to use this I don't think I'm going to use this fully, you know what I mean, to this. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set up. I don't want to confuse you guys. I'm going to go ahead and set up everything. But before I do want to point out that I went ahead and paid up the biggest bills with my tax money. I think that's like pretty much the start of my relief. My car, I paid $1,000. My car insurance, I'm sorry, give me more of a visual. I paid up to $1,000 for my car note, so that gives me a good 2 months of payment. And so my car insurance, I literally owe $600, but I put $400 down. My rent, also put money towards my rent. So there's a couple of things that I actually did. So I do apologize that I did not really get through that part, but I just want to get to the cash envelope part. That's the part that I want to get to. So I have 8 of these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different categories. So yes, I do have more of these coming because I knew I was going to need more. And I'm kind of upset that I actually need them now. So I think what I'm going to do for now is print off 7A. All right, I'm going to print off like 2 of these really quick. And even though these are always, this okay, because once I get it, I'll just update it. And because these are reusable. So that's what I like about these. I got these from Citrus Shop. If you guys want to know, Citrus Designs is where I got it from Etsy. I have linked her link down below, but I recently just went on there to order more of these, and I see that her shop has changed. So I don't see these cash envelopes like before, because like she had these really cute ones, and literally I have like so many different designs, and I really am like kind of bummed because I thought that she was probably going to make some more, but I don't know. So but this is where I got these from, and they all came in like you get 5 and then you get this bigger envelope that actually matches the designs, or or so we'll go over that in a second. So really quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just 2 more of these right now, and then we'll go from there. And then once I get my new ones in, then I'll go ahead and swamp them out. So I'm going to do that really quick, and also set up my whole setup so that way we can get this going. Alrighty, so now we're back. I had to take a brief intermission because there was a lot going on. So now I am back to show you guys how I am organizing my life just a little bit, just to get me going. And this is literally my first time trying this out. So I've also, calculated everything in like for my next paycheck and how much I'll have to dish out my next paycheck. We'll go over that as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So right now I have my bills spread out. I have my different cash envelopes. Now I do need to make more labels, which I'm going to do actually after this video. I wasn't thinking. Like this will be the household bills. This one will be pretty much like kind of like sinking funds, or kind of expenses that it's just stuff I'm just going to be putting money towards, that it's not emerged like pretty much do at the moment. I will get the verbiage right. But I know this will be for the household. This will be for the other expenses. At the time, we're going to call it the other. And here's my certain categories. Now, I don't have enough at the moment. I should have printed another one, but it's okay. I'm going to work with what I have. It's okay. I'll have to make more labels. So let's get started. So let's move these up for just a moment. So what we're going to do, we're going to move that up and move this up as well. Okay, so I want y'all to see something here. Now, if you are looking to do this system, I would say, my advice, I'm not saying you have to go with it. I'm not saying I'm an expert at this yet, but I will let you know that if there is some type of bill or expenses, let's say if you don't have the amount of money to put towards or drop on all of your bills, okay? That's okay. You know what I mean? You can do a little at a time if you can. And I get it where if you're very, very tight in a situation and things are not working out, I totally get it, okay? I am not one of these people that's going to be like, this is how you do it. You should be able to do this. No, I am not that type of person. I'm just showing you, this is my exact, you've seen how my monthly bill expenses are. And I'm actually doing this literally, not doing all of my bills. This is nowhere near all of my bills. I'm only doing certain ones to give me the relief that I am looking for. So if you decide that you have a bill that's very annoying that you don't feel like paying all the time, try to see if you can pay up a month. If you do a month, you know, depending on how many paychecks you're getting, you pretty much use how much you, so let's say if I paid off, like I said, my car, $440 for next month for April, okay? So let's say it's April, and between now, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's say from the beginning of the month, I know it's like the 10th. So in the beginning of the month, I will take the balance. I dropped it on my car. There's an extra payment, but that payment is only go for April. My next payment is not due until May. So in that case, March, April, May. Yeah, okay, I'm tripping. Not due till May. You will count how many other paychecks you will have before that next payment, on time payment. And you take that balance divided by the number of paychecks you have going into that. And that's how much you will need to pull from each paycheck. So that is how you should do it. That's how I'm going to do it. I mean, if it works for you, it works. If it don't, it don't. I totally get what you're saying. So in this case, I am starting with $1,600, okay? So as I'm starting with $1,600, just say I already made my determination, I calculated everything, which I have my trusty notebook, thoughts of ideas, and if you guys remember from my other video, I used this book. I've calculated many times on what I wanted to do. I'm trying to see if I can get to that page. Hold on. Okay. So what I did here is I calculated like the amount of all the different things that I want to do, right? And notice that I would have this amount left in my bank account. So technically I was really working with this, but right now I'm working with what I'm putting towards my cash envelopes. So I have this little cheat sheet. So once you determine everything which you're going to add, you're going to go and you're going to tally up everything that you have. Now I had created this on my own with simple self-laminating sheet. Since I have a Cricut, I have made this, and I can wipe this off like with some alcohol, and it wipes right off. This is actually a sketch marker is what I used. So I tally up how many 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, 1 through 100, and put my total and put these here, so that way the teller is so much easier for them to calculate exactly what you're going to receive. So that was pretty cool. Like, all right, let's say I'm the teller. You go here, you give them this. Okay, all right, I see you need 900 hundreds, right? 900 and hundreds. So 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See that? I like the newer bills in the front. And then they're going to calculate, you know what I mean? Just give you some breakdown. They're going to sit and they're going to calculate it all in front of you, and then they're going to give you that, and you're going to be good. As long as your math is good, their math is good, you know? So I went to the teller. I showed them this, and I can wipe this off for next time, my next pay, which is actually, because since this is a late video, I already used my paycheck towards these bills here that I got check marked already. Some of them I need to check mark, like my Acorns I already took out, my QuickBooks are already. And by the way, I said earlier my QuickBooks was, my pictures on my QuickBooks is my Etsy shop, duh, self-employment. I was like, why did I say that? So anyway, both of my credit cards are paid, the daycare is paid, my phone bill is the next thing to be paid. So sorry that I'm out of frame. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm working with $1,600, okay? And with this $1,600, I'm going to show you guys, here's everything here. Show you my cute little envelopes. So here is my rent, my water. Well, actually, I don't want to get these out of order. Here's my water one, my electric, my gas, daycare, car insurance, car note, grocery, this is one I had before, and my phone bill. So grocery, I really shouldn't have, but grocery is a bill. It is a bill. It's definitely an expense. In this envelope, I have emergency, clothes when I need, you know, certain clothing items or shoes. I definitely need an allowance. My dog for dog food, and my son Prime. So yes, that is what I have for these two. So first things first, what we're going to do is, I see that my rent here's my rent. I'm starting at 0. I'm starting at everything at 0. So what we're going to do is put these to the side, and I'm also going to use, so here we go. Now for my rent, I wanted to pay, I'm looking at my cheat sheet on the side, I'm gonna write it down though. Now my rent is $525. Now me and babe do the whole half and half situation, but in this case it will not hurt to be a little bit ahead. So I am going to be adding $400 into my envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 2, 3, 4. So that is what I am going to be adding into my cash envelope. I wanted to break that up a little bit. So for here, the rent is not due until the 1st. So that's 1. So for this, I'm going to put, I don't know if this is going to be too big. We're going to see 3. Oh yeah, that's not even going to work. I'm going to have to get something else. Yep, I'm going to have to get something else. I didn't think it that far. Let me see, 1. Oh, I can use this. Oops, 1, that's not, I like how you can just erase these off. Okay. 3, 10. Rent. We're going to add 400. So the balance is 400. Okay. Not perfect. It does not have to be perfect. And I'm going to add this with this. See that? It's right in there. That is 1. So we're going to put 400 here. So my next envelope is the water, and for the water, my little cheat sheet is 100. So what I'm going to do is do 2 50s for the 100. I'm going to put that in there. Now my water bill is not due until, of course, the same day as the rent. So I'm going to add in, oh, wait, water. I know eventually I won't, you know, I just need the right category of water and all that. So we're going to add 100. So the balance is 100. Okay. All right, so put that in there. Okay. And we're going to write it here since I'm like, it's my first time doing this, so don't give me no type of, so. All right, my next one is electric. My electric is also going to get, see, I only got 350s left, so I'm just going to put 100 in there. 100. I like the new hundreds, if y'all can tell. So I'll just put this as 100. Now my gas, my water, electric, gas is usually 80. It doesn't hurt to put a little bit of extra more, you know, extra in there, so that way you can save yourself a little bit of coinage. So here, 310. I'm gonna put, ooh, that is electric. Should have just put everything. I'm gonna redo these. This is not gonna be perfect, so we already know what description is. So that is 100 for the electric. I'm tripping. And that's that one. Now the next one is my gas. Here's the one for gas. Look, now I'm going out of order. All right, for gas bill, we're going to add in another 100. And for here, 100. Okay, so that would be another 100 to put in there for that one. Okay, doing pretty good so far. The daycare. So I had to split that up. It's getting $250. Now this is literally a whole month's worth of daycare. And to let you know, for daycare is paid up for the entire month of March. So this gives me April's payment, and with this payment, all I have to do is start adding in, you know, it's kind of really hard to determine per pay. I get paid bi-weekly. Bi-weekly. So if I got paid weekly, it'd probably be a lot better. But in this case, pretty much I have to stick with still just paying or putting down, you know, the amount I need for daycare. So this is good for April. So I need to work towards May. So we will talk about that in a second. Okay. All right. And we're going to name this daycare. Okay. I'm gonna get a better marker for this. So that's a daycare. Now, the car insurance, even though, wait a minute here. I did not add car insurance to this. So what happened is car insurance was paid. Okay, the car insurance was already paid, so I couldn't add it to my cash. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm about to mess myself up. Car insurance was already paid. So for this time, I'm not adding anything to my car insurance. What I'm going to be doing is, because I added the 400 just for May, I mean that's for March and April. So at this moment, we are not going to add in anything for car insurance at this time. But next pay, yes, we are going to be adding. Actually, next pay is what? Hold on. Isn't it the 20th or something? I should know this. So yes, the 20th will be the next pay where I will add, and we'll go over car insurance. So Prime, which is my son, he is not in this category, he's not in household, but since he's there, my son Prime, I don't want to get these mixed up. So for Prime, he gets 100. So I'm just gonna put a flat out 100 in there. So that way anything as far as clothes, and you do your envelopes how you want, but you want to make sure that you pay yourself, so that way you don't have to come out of pocket for so much at one time. This is the reason why I say, you know, do this. So I'm going to put Prime, and I'm going to put 100. That was 100. Okay. So we got that, and my car note. I got car insurance. Oh, car note. There we go. Car note. Now, car note, as I said, now for my car insurance, I already dropped 400, covered for May and April. My car note, I already dropped 1,000, covered for May and April. So at this moment, we are not adding anything towards the car at this moment. Now on the 20th, that's a whole nother story. My car insurance, oh yeah, I don't need to add the car insurance to that grid. And then I have my emergency savings. You ain't gotta do that. Okay, so I have my emergency savings, and for my emergency, I've decided to start myself off with this amount, $200. So because it was more, but I decided that I really need to learn how to build towards my emergency funds. So I'm gonna do 2, 4, 6, 800. And so what I'm gonna do is 200, okay? And this is for my emergency. I like my emergency because look at that, it's a rainy, when you have your rainy days. So that is what I'm going to do. And I am running out. Looks like I'm going to be short a thing, but I already knew that. So 310. This is for my emergency. And it says my budget here, but I'll put a budget there another day. But right now, so we're going to say 200. So I'll just put 200 in there for now. All right, so that is I'm about to separate all that again. Grocery. Now, grocery, you're gonna always need food. You gotta eat. So what I'm gonna do is 2, 4, here's a 5, so that's 5. Another 2, 4. So this is 100. Okay, got it, 100. Yeah. What's the last one? Phone bill. Let's redo this. Hold on, I wasn't thinking. Hold on. How many 10s I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's 50. Here's another 50. That's 100. And I'm trying to think. What did I do? Hold on. Okay, hold on. This is 100. Okay, 200. What did I do? Hold on, y'all. See, here we go. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna just, okay. I don't want to mess myself up, so I'm just gonna. And people do this all the time. You may mess up. You may like, okay, wait a minute. That is not what I wanted to do. So grocery, I know for a fact I wanted to do 200. And that's going to be for next month as well. So we are definitely good on groceries for this month. Yay. So we got that. Time is it? Oh. So let's catch this up really quick. All right, so now my phone, which is, hold on, 2, 4, 6, 8, that's 100, 150. I am so confused. I know phone I just added to this list, so don't worry about this phone thing right now. I'm like really confused. What did I do? What did I do? Carno, no oil, gas, daycare, Prime, groceries, sea allowance. Okay, so I have like $150 here. Oh, that was it. Actually, y'all. Wait, I'm really confused because I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to hold on one second. I know exactly what I did. So what I did was I calculated. This is what I did, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I did. So in the beginning, literally, I calculated, $750. Now, we're gonna go through each of this. 400 minus 100 minus 100 minus 100. I should just took $300 out there anyway. Minus 250 minus 100 minus 200. 200 minus 200. The freak? Hold on. Hold the dagnabbit phone. I'm missing something. I see what I did, y'all. All right, I see. I was about to say. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see what I did now. This is why. This is why I have $150 left. So, no, that is right. That is right. So, what happened was, hold on. Look, here is the 2 that's missing. Good thing I had room to add that in there. Toiletries and my allowance. I totally forgot. So, we're not adding anything for that. Since the phone bill is paid 2 months up. So, back to this. My allowance. Oh my gosh, I gotta create 2. No, my allowance is here. The one I don't have is my toiletries. I didn't have a toiletry envelope. So for my allowance, I am going to add 100. Wait, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. I was like, oh, what did I do? I knew it was something I meant to do. And like, I ran out of those cards, y'all. I need some more. I should have 2 more. So my allowance gets $100. I was like, oh, what did I do? Yep. So the allowance is a monthly thing that I give myself. Not saying that I will use up the full $100 allowance, but at the end of the day, these are all ready. So this is like phone, clothes, dog. I haven't used these ones yet. So next time, these will be next. But in this case, I really did like this one. I like this one too. I really like this one. I don't know. See, I have so many envelopes that I have to figure out what am I doing with them all. I have some extra ones just in case. So yes, I'm gonna add that one as a toiletry. So I'm gonna add that to the household. Oh man, so imagine that there is a label here that says toiletries and lovely $50 is going in there. I said, what is going on? So with the toiletries, that is going to give me really good, but I don't need anything. I got 2 things of toilet paper due to the things that's going on at the moment, you know, in the world. I know everybody knows about this. I call it the C virus. And hope and pray that we get out of this situation. I mean, seriously, it is quite scary. Don't want to get too much into that, but I just hope that, trying to make a little funny here, I just hope that I don't get to a point when I finally want to change my life is when I get taken over by a virus. That will be so horrible. Yes. So here's all the cash envelopes with money in them, and I'm gonna go ahead and separate again. So there's, let me see, car note, insurance, rent. I'm gonna put these all back in order because I don't like things out of order, and I'm definitely gonna put this back in order in the next time I set this up. So rent, water, electric, gas, daycare, emergency, groceries. I know I don't have a full setup yet, and I told y'all within due time. Car insurance and car note. All of this is going back into this one. Ew, interesting. I'm not used to it being like this thick, and I don't even have two envelopes that don't have anything in them, so yeah, interesting. Then I have this. I need to make a label before I forget there's $50 in there. Like seriously, I might grab it one day and be like, oh look, it's $50 in there. So I have my allowance. I have stuff for my son, Prime, when he needs something. And later on, also the dog. The dog does not need food every month. We get enough to where it lasts us at least 2 months or so. That's one. Clothes, I don't go shopping all the time. I have plenty of clothes, believe me. I'm still in the process of trying to get rid of some. This is just for new clothes. Once I get rid of a lot of clothes. And then, oh, phone's supposed to go in here as well. So, how is this all determined? Now we need to go through how is this all determined. So, when you have your cash envelopes, I'm just gonna put these back in here. So when you have your cash envelopes, and I'm just gonna put this one here, and I'm gonna put this one here for now. I'm gonna get a whole new setup, I promise. It's just right now, this is what I'm working with. Oh, I didn't put these in there. I need to just make a thing and just put them in there. So for now, put you in there. Okay, I just love these. So, my cash envelopes. So, just what we are going to do or how we're going to do this. So this is what I'm doing for as far as my cash envelopes. As you can see, I have it all written down. I had it written down here too. So what I calculated, $300, that was right because $150 was supposed to be left for the cash envelopes for something else, and then the $150 also stays in my account. So at this moment, I had to break down, okay, the car note is paid until April. So we got March, April, oh my gosh, until May. I'm sorry, the car is paid up until May. The car is paid up for this month and next month. So in May comes around, I have 5 paychecks between now until the next time when it's paid, making this total to bring it another 2 months current. Now, I will let you know, cars and big expenses do eat up a lot of good interest, especially in my case, it does. I got a really big interest rate on my car, never again. And I have this set as this, but I can always add a little bit more. That's why I added 1,000, because I knew that 200 or some of that was going to be ate up by interest. That's exactly why I did what I did. So, going forward, when I have a little bit extra coins, you guys will see that I'm going to be adding more towards this 880 to bring me more current. But it's saying that if I do the 880, this is just a rough estimate. If I do the 880, 5 checks before the next due date, I'm going to put out $176 per pay. Now, I can change this. Like I said, if I want to add a little bit more to this, then this will go down. That's just my way of saying, hey, that's my thing. The car insurance is $400. So between the now and the next payment. So the car insurance and the car note are pretty much in sync. I paid up 2 months for my car, 2 months of my insurance. So I know people pay off their insurance for the whole term. I wish I could do that right now, but in this case, once again, I got 5 paychecks until I get the 400 per pay. I will need to pull out 80 per pay. So you'll see car insurance next. $80 will go in towards the car insurance fund. The phone bill. Now with the phone bill, 200 is already paid for 2 months. This is 1 month. Well, right now, and then April, so then May. So I have, and I counted four paychecks until the next payment, bringing me at a total of $50 per pay. So that's how you can determine how much money you need to put aside for your cash envelopes. With my rent, it was it is a little bit different. I can say, okay, let's do this. Rent. Let's say, because I already do half my rent, pretty much. Babe does the other half. So in this case, what we're going to do is, we're going to do this really quick. I'm just going to 525, okay. Oh, why did I do that? 525 divided by 2, 262.5. Okay, so we want to pretty much round it up to 260. Let's say 263. 263. Okay, so I want to get to my next goal for 263. As you see, I am, you know what I mean? I have $400 that I just put in my rent. I just wanted to put 400. I didn't want it to make it even. I just wanted to put 400. Okay, even though it's going to cover for 1 month, I still need to keep adding so that way I can always stay ahead. So I am going to keep it at $263. And now I need to calculate how much I need to be adding for the next pay. So in this case, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you guys. Oh, this is what I'm trying to show you. So as you can see, I already have April already set. So actually I'm working towards May as well. So between now, 263, right? So for the 263, I have 1, this is the 20th, that's the next pay, 2, 3, 3, right? 3. We're gonna keep it at 3 paychecks. I can't cheat and say 4. Or you know what? Let's do 4. Because it's not due to that first, right? So we'll say 4 paychecks. Even though, like I said, I have funds, money will still be in there. I just want to keep current. I just want to keep way current. Because I am looking to move soon. Probably the next 3 to 6 months or so. So yeah, I just want to just keep up just a little bit. So 263, right? Divided into 4, leaving me, I can set aside, I should be able to set aside $65.75 per pay. That is totally up to me if I want to do it that way. That might change. Who knows at this moment, but this $263, yeah, I don't think that's bad at all, you know. Just want to stay current on everything. And then on top of that, once I get to where I'm going, you know, so these are just pretty much the bigger bills that I want to start. So with that, I mean, per pay, let's say for other expenses besides the other bills that I do have, which is not fairly large, these are the larger ones, you could just say, I'm gonna round this up to 66. $372 as far as expenses. So yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, if you guys have to, you know, like I said, you do what works for you. I'm not saying this is the way you should do it. This is the way that I'm doing it. I'm also up for suggestions. But that is how I'm going to start. So car note, car insurance, phone, rent. Oh yes, I said something about the daycare, didn't I? Yeah. So with the daycare, so I have $250 in the envelope, right, for daycare. March is already paid, which is another $250 for me. So we're gonna do this now. It's kind of hard to determine for this because daycare is due every week. But for the weeks that I pay, we're gonna look. So let's see here. For daycare, what we're gonna do, okay, so like the 9th and the 23rd. So it's always the Monday after the day I get paid, right? So is when mine is due. So March is good. So my next payment is not until the 6th. We'll say the 6th. So right now I only got, since I already, oh, wait. I got April. I already got April. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, so April's paid. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 paychecks before the next daycare payment. Oh, I didn't look at it that way. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. So we'll say 4 paychecks. So per pay, to keep current on everything, $250. Oops, you guys can't even see that. So $250 divided by 4. Wow, that is not bad. Or, you know, the 125, half of this divided by 2, you know, it's what? Oops, 125, not percentage. You know, yeah, it's pretty much the same, but it won't be as stressful to come out of 125 versus 62.5. You know what I mean? So that's not so bad. So yeah. So as I said, March is paid. I already have April. Counting how many paychecks I'll have before the next pay, which was 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Yeah. So this is what I'm going by at the moment. Like I said, this will be probably change in the future because as I get more savings is going to go in towards more of my cash envelopes, and you know, then it'll be towards my sinking funds. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I know this was a pretty long video, but at the same time, it was just something that needed to be done, especially on my end, because it's something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. But I will tell you guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have questions or if you have some suggestions, like I said before, please be sure to comment down below. I'm definitely going to link those links, and I said I was going to link at the bottom. And I will see you all on paycheck time on the 20th, so be prepared for that. We're going to see how I adjust to the cash envelope system. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.